everyone, a bit of a different video this today, but it's something that I'd like to talk about. It's been talked about before, but I'd rather like to have my say on the matter, and that is the YouTube algorithm, or at least the new version of it. See, at the start of the year, I say that I have other interests, you know, the military, historic buildings, history in general, and so on. So I thought, well, you know what? I'd combine that all and talk about them on my current channel. And that was the idea. So you got a railway video first week, a War Machines episode the second week, historic building the third week, and then fourth week was a miscellaneous, which at the time is going to be something on the origins of names on London Underground. And then some gameplay thrown in on a Saturday. They were going to go out on a Friday, and then some gameplay thrown in on a Saturday to make up for it. And initially, it worked. Because the Railway Roundabout episode, at the moment, because I've got it up on here, got 8,500 views. And that's in 2 weeks. And that's fantastic. But then, when I did the War Machines one, it only got 50. I didn't bother at all with the house one, the historic building, so I went straight to the series guy called What's in the Name on London Underground, and it's only got 34 views. And that's the problem, because take that last one, What's in the Name. I had to make that video, I had to research all the stations on the Underground, looking at the origins of their names or finding a story behind the name. And there's over 300 of them, so that took a couple of months. I then had to write the script, do the edit, and put the video together. Because I edited it, individual letters, and then I just stitch it together. Because it's a lot easier doing it that way. And to do all of that and only get 34 views, that is the problem. Now, I've thought about this. The Hurricane White video's been dropped, and they come up with a new plan, which is week 1, because I wrote it down on the pad. So week 1, you get the All Aboard episodes, which is kind of like a mixed series. Week 2, you get POVs using train simulators. So basically that would involve using an inspection car or a DVT, you push it along, and you get a cat view. Fine. Week 3 is the Underground, carry on and then move on to something else. And then week 4 was the return of the Locomotives of Great Britain series, which is something I used to do years ago and then I dropped it. For those of you that don't know, it's basically I would talk about a locomotive. And I could either do that using my archive film collection or, again, use Train Simulator, depending on what is available. And the problem is, that works. But then what do you do about the other stuff? Because if YouTube is going to keep messing it about, and this is where it's been playing on my mind, and I've actually, admittedly, and I will admit this, I've actually been losing sleep over it, because it's been playing on my mind that much. Is it really worth me doing the videos and spending all that time doing the reading, the setup work and the editing, if YouTube are just going to come around and say, nope, this is not what you're about, 34 views, and that's it. And it's like, was it really a waste of time or not? And that's the problem. I'd like to bring you guys more content, but at the moment I'm restricted by the algorithm. And as for the other stuff, I could run a second channel, and that's the thing. You've either got to, you've got two options. You either focus on one thing and drop the others. You have 2 channels, one for the railway stuff, one for the history stuff, and then the gameplay stuff. Might even have to go on a 3rd channel, which is going to be an absolute nightmare trying to run 3. Because I don't want to get to the point where I just say this isn't worth it and I just stop making videos altogether. And another one is the model railway. When that started, it was an amazing thing, because I'm building this railway, it's set in the Second World War, and I'd like to say, you know, show you guys how I'm building it, why I've selected that particular building, locomotive, piece of rolling stock, whatever, and tell you a history behind it. But again, if the algorithm is not going to recommend it to you guys, then it does seem a waste of time making the video. So at the moment, I do not know what to do. I mean, if people have any suggestions, then just drop it in the comments, because it's going to help me out, because then I know what to do. Because at the moment, it's playing on my mind, I'm at a loose end, and yeah, I just, at this point, I just do not know what to do. What do I do? Do I carry on like I say, do I carry on like this? Do I may have to try and have 2 or 3 channels and try and split the algorithm up? So say, oh, you're renowned for this railways on this channel, war machines on that channel, you know, gameplay on that one, you know, and so on. So it's not nice, but that's kind of where we are at the moment. So unless YouTube sort it out and go back to the old system, you're kind of stuck, really. So not probably the most exciting video you've wanted to see, but that is the situation I am in. So, you know, hope everybody, as most of you people have watched this, fingers crossed, if the algorithm has worked. And if you do have any suggestions or things that you'd like to see, then please do leave me the comments, because that is going to help me so much, knowing what I can do. So, on that note, it's time to end the video. So, take care everyone, and hopefully the situation will improve. Bye.